What is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Guys, I want to talk about some key players that have been pivotal to the Indianapolis Colts' success so far offensively this year. But before we hop into that, I just want to say this episode is sponsored by FanDuel. Guys, right now, if you're looking at just some individual player stats, right now, going into the Colts Week 4 matchup against the Los Angeles Rams, the over-under on rushing yards for Jonathon Taylor is 87.5. And the receiving total for Tyler Warren, I believe it's set at 50.5. So if you guys are wanting to potentially get in on those odds right now, I think you probably should. And to be completely honest with you, I'd maybe hit the over on both. I'm a little hesitant on the JT one, but I'm a little bit less hesitant on Tyler Warren. You know, with the injury to Alec Pierce, that very well could lead to some more targets for Tyler Warren. And when you're talking about a team that against the Rams where that you need to get some quick targets out, Tyler Warren should be that guy. But again, shout out to FanDuel. Anyways, so if you're following the ad read, then you'll know the two players that we're going to discuss here. And I will just say this right off the top. I am in no way, shape, or form insinuating that these two guys have been the most pivotal early season success reasons for the Indianapolis Colts. I'm not trying to insinuate that. I'm just saying in regards to these two guys, they have been some of the most pivotal. And they have been, a big reason as to why the Indianapolis Colts are continuing to feel different offensively than they have in years past, right? So I want to go ahead and hop into it. So the first player that I'm going to talk about is Jonathon Taylor. And I think that should be no surprise. I will say also right off the top, I'm excluding Daniel Jones from this because everyone knows that Daniel Jones has been phenomenal this year. I'm not trying to insinuate it. I'm just wanting to talk about some other people. And when it comes to players like Jonathon Taylor, who, let's face it. We're looking at what we think is the Jonathon Taylor of 2021. Now, if you think about it, Jonathon Taylor should have been Offensive Player of the Year that year. He was even getting an MVP vote at one point because of how pivotal he was to the success of the Colts in 2021. And they were winning games off of the back of Jonathon Taylor. Now, I'm not saying that they're winning games now off of the back of Jonathon Taylor, but he is making it a lot easier because obviously, when we look at these stats, again, 60 carries, 338 yards, 3 touchdowns rushing. And then if you include the 8 catches for 93 yards and a touchdown as well, if you're talking overall numbers by the end of the year, if Jonathon Taylor kept up with this stat line throughout the entirety of the year, Jonathon Taylor would finish with touching the ball over 350 times, would have around 2,400 yards of offense and would also have 23 touchdowns if he kept this pace up throughout the entirety of the year. And that's incredible when you talk about the overall value that brings to an offense. We talk about a lot of different things about Daniel Jones. Why is he doing much better? And, I think a part of confidence is that he now has a running back since Saquon Barkley several years ago, that he now has a running back that is on that level. And to be completely honest with you, I think you could ask quite a few people that say at the current moment in week 3, as it sits, Jonathon Taylor is looking like the best running back in the National Football League through the first 3 weeks. Even if not, he's one of the top ones, right? So overall, that feeling that you can get from an offense when you're able to run the football and you're able to have a dynamic that works for you, and especially against Defenses now, I mean, let's be honest. The Dolphins front seven, it's a good front seven. Overall, their defense isn't great. Their team isn't great, but their front seven, it's difficult to run the football on that type of team. Didn't have a great game in that one. Obviously, it was a little slow for him in that regard, but he had 100 yards, both receiving and rushing altogether. So, again, an accumulated day for him. Obviously, that Denver game, he came to light. The 25 carries for 165 yards, and also had 2 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown in that one as well. And then obviously in this Titans matchup last, against the Titans front that is very difficult to run the football on a lot of times. 17 carries, 102 yards, and 3 touchdowns to go to boot. So, I mean, what you have seen from Jonathan Taylor, and not to mention, people have been showing this stat. Jonathan Taylor is top 5 all time in rushing yards per game throughout a career. I just want to remind people that's not Colts history. That's NFL history. Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor are the only 2 active players at this moment in time that are in the top 10 when it comes to overall averages throughout careers. And Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry are doing it in a time when running the football is not as big of a deal anymore. This is a pass-first NFL now. Like, teams are running the football a little less and less than what they have in years past. And Jonathan Taylor, he has not let that slow him down. He has made the best of all the carries that he gets, averaging over 90 yards a game. And you're getting that full effect right now. It has allowed the Colts offense to just catapult and do whatever it is that they're doing, because you're capable of running the football. And when defenses know you're capable of running the football, that leaves the back of the field open, and it allows for guys like Daniel Jones to have confidence that their throws and who they're trying to throw the football to, it's going to be open. So it's huge what Jonathan Taylor has been doing through these first 3 weeks, and I don't know if it's going to continue all year, but it is a phenomenal stretch that Jonathan Taylor is doing right now, and how pivotal he's been to the Indianapolis Colts' early success for this offense this season has been crazy, right? And I think, honestly, it's one of the first times that he's truly been 100% healthy coming into a year. I mean, to be completely honest with you, 2023, he clearly wasn't. Even in 2024, I mean, he was having those lingering issues. I think this is the first time he's been healthy in years going into it. And I think it's showing, it's paying off right now. Because, again, on pace for 1,900 yards rushing this year if he plays every game and he keeps doing these numbers. I doubt he keeps it up this much, but to say he can't hit 1,600 yards when in actuality right now through 3 games when he's averaging 112 yards right now per game, I mean, he definitely can. So love what Jonathan Taylor has done. He has been extremely pivotal to what the offense has been trying to do. Now, in addition to that, another player has been brought into this equation, and his name is Tyler Warren. Again, every single person that I talk to says they love Tyler Warren. What he's been doing early, they wish they had him on their teams, everything. And through the first couple weeks, you can see why. Tyler Warren, 14 catches for almost 200 yards, averaging just shy of 14 yards a catch right now. Doesn't have a touchdown yet, but that will definitely be coming at some point. But I think what's crazy is, we talked about last season how the Indianapolis Colts had the worst tight end room of any team in the NFL by a long shot. And it's no exaggeration. I think they said Kylan Granson had 17 catches for 236 yards and maybe a touchdown in there. So Warren is 3 catches away and 40 yards from basically getting the exact same numbers as Kylan Granson did last year. And Tyler Warren could break that this week. So not only has Tyler Warren been utilized in the fact that his production has been great for a rookie to start out, it was very apparent in the Tennessee Titans game when there were multiple times that Tennessee defenders were lured in to trying to think that Tyler Warren was getting the ball on that curl route, the 5 little curl right there in the middle of the field. He's open, but he would get hit right away if he caught it. But because defenders are coming in close, they're getting close and they're staying right here. And then ultimately, when he goes and gets that much attention, other guys in zone coverage, they're getting open. Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman, Josh Downs. Everyone is feeding off of the attention that Tyler Warren is already garnering from defenses. So even if production-wise he's not getting the ball, his mere presence on the field is huge. And not to mention you have a guy that's not just a receiving guy, he's a blocker too. You have a guy that can literally do anything. He can line up in the backfield. Remember that 46-yard run by Jonathon Taylor, the one that was the angriest run of the week again, and, put Jonathon Taylor on the map. You know who blocked the linebacker in that gap that allowed Jonathon Taylor to do those things? It was Tyler Warren. So again, just the concept that Tyler Warren can have such an impact even when he doesn't get the ball. When he gets the ball, he's phenomenal. But when he doesn't get the ball, he's still making big, pivotal plays. So it's been phenomenal to watch Tyler Warren do the things that he is doing right now. I mean, as a rookie and as a tight end, you can see how pivotal he is to this offense and how much usage they're already getting out of him just already in the first 3 weeks, averaging near 5 receptions a game and for over 60 yards. And I mean, it's only going to go up from here. So again, these 2 players, extremely pivotal to what the Colts are doing this season offensively. I know there's other guys that are clearly benefiting in their roles, and Daniel Jones is obviously taking advantage of all that. I'm just insinuating that these 2 guys, they have been extremely pivotal at allowing the Colts to do what they want to do. And they can't be understated. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Let us know your thoughts. Is there anyone more pivotal to the offensive success than Tyler Warren or JT? Outside of Daniel Jones, obviously. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys again so much. And shout out to FanDuel for sponsoring. And as always, Colts.